Long before Christianity spread to Europe, Ethiopia already had its own scrolls and traditions. Christianity officially reached Ethiopia in the 4th century, not as a foreign faith imposed on them, but as a religion that was already present and embraced. From that time, Ethiopia became one of the earliest Christian nations. An Egyptian monk named Cosmas, who visited Ethiopia in the mid-6th century, wrote that the land was a thriving Christian country. He even noted how Ethiopian rulers welcomed Christian refugees fleeing persecution from other empires. In fact, certain Ethiopian tribes are believed to have worshipped the Christian God for more than 3,500 years, long before organized Christianity appeared elsewhere. For this reason, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, locally known as Tewahedo, is considered by many to be the oldest continuous Christian body in the world. Ethiopia also holds one of the oldest illustrated Christian manuscripts ever discovered, an ancient gospel written in Ge'ez, the country's liturgical language. This remarkable book was found in 2010 in a remote monastery on a mountain. The Kebra Nagast, Ethiopia's sacred text, tells the story of the 10th century BC. It records how the biblical Queen of Sheba traveled to Jerusalem to seek wisdom from King Solomon. According to Ethiopian tradition, they had a son named Menelik, who later returned to Ethiopia and became its first emperor. Modern genetic studies even suggest possible evidence of ancient connections between Ethiopians, Israelites, and Egyptians from around 3,000 years ago, supporting the Sheba-Solomon narrative. Despite this deep heritage, the Ethiopian Bible is often overlooked. Many Christians around the world have never even heard of it, even though it contains scriptures that were lost or excluded from other canons. This raises the question, why? To answer that, we need to look back at how the Bible we know today was formed. Originally, biblical texts were written in Hebrew, then translated. The first major Latin translation, called the Vulgate, was compiled around 400 AD by Jerome. The Vulgate became the foundation of the Western Bible, containing 39 Old Testament books and 27 New Testament books. But before this, many writings about Jesus circulated, some true, others fabricated. Because there was no way to fact-check in those times, false stories spread widely, confusing early Christians. To address this, church leaders met at councils, like the Council of Nicaea, 325 AD, and Constantinople, 381 AD, where they decided which books should be included in the New Testament. Only writings believed to be directly tied to Jesus' apostles, and consistent with earlier scripture, were accepted. Many other works were rejected as unreliable. Later, in 1611, King James of England commissioned a new version of the Bible. With 47 scholars working for 7 years under strict rules, the King James Bible was created, combining earlier translations and making it widely accessible thanks to the printing press. However, this process also left out several books that remained preserved in the Ethiopian tradition. The Ethiopian Bible, unlike the Western canon, still retains these additional scriptures. Its broader canon contains 81 books, including texts like the Book of Enoch and Jubilees, while a narrower canon, officially declared during Emperor Haile Selassie's reign, has 72 books. The very existence of these two canons reflects Ethiopia's unique Christian heritage, but also explains why outsiders were reluctant to accept it. Other reasons for its rejection include language barriers, since it was written in Ge'ez, and politics. In the early Roman Empire, rulers often prioritized power over spiritual truth, excluding any scrolls that didn't fit their narrative. Some texts were even hidden away by priests to preserve them, later rediscovered in places like the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yet, despite wars, invasions, and even a devastating fire in the 1930s, Ethiopia's sacred texts survived. Today, they are being translated into more languages, and global interest in them is growing. The Ethiopian Bible stands as living proof that Christianity's roots are deeper and more diverse than many realize. While much of the world follows the Western canon, Ethiopia has preserved scriptures that carry ancient wisdom, mysteries, and history waiting to be explored.